I want to talk about something for a second before anything else, because this didn't necessarily amaze me, but it amazed me that now Alex Jones is going public with it, because he, of course, has had access to the former president of the United States before and everything else, right? But what amazed me is the fact, well, that's what's amazing me. The fact that he had access to the former president of the United States, he could have possible access in the future. That the person of all people to come out and finally condemn Donald Trump is Alex Jones. He's gone off the deep end too much for Alex Jones. And you know what? There's a few ways to look at it. Now, from my perspective, obviously, this just shows how bad Trump is, right? But for other people, they're going to say, actually, it shows how good Trump is because Alex Jones, the Sandy Hook truther, doesn't agree with our guy. So there are multiple ways to look at it optically, but I think it's pretty clear why person in question is now against Donald Trump. But I do think it's quite funny. So I do want to check this out quick. I want to see him turning on Trump live. This is not the first time he turned on Trump. If anybody can link the footage in chat where it was a private interview where he said he wished he never met Trump, I'd appreciate it. We can then play that and look at that next. But yeah, I just wanted to see Alex Jones turn on him for his rally.
Got a bunch of medical doctors I want to play for you on this when we come back. But first, let's take President Trump, who I believe is a good person.
Listen to that. Listen to that prerequisite. Everybody, please. I'm not a soy boy cuck. Trump is a cool guy, but listen to this.
And who I really care about, and who I want to see get a lot of good Republicans elected in the midterms, and who I would love to see run again. We got to take him to the woodshed, though, because he came out last week on Fox and Friends and said, I really am suspicious of this booster shot. If this supposedly works so well, why do you need a booster shot? Because you got lied to, Trump. It didn't have 98% efficacy. We knew day one it wouldn't work, period. It's a fraud.
Okay, so the reason why Alex Jones is turning on Trump isn't because Trump went off becoming more sane, for those trying to make those accusations. It's because Trump entertained anti-vaxxer nonsense. He entertained it. It wasn't that he said vaccines are 100% effective. It's because he entertained for a second the possibility that Alex Jones could be right without immediately coming out with the bat saying vaccines are pointless, don't take the vaccine, vaccines suck. He was only anti-vax curious. So he got thrown out.
It'll create mutants. You got chumped. You got signed on to a fraud to restart the economy. I understand why you did it. You believe in...
I mean, so he believes that this is a multi-state conspiracy through multiple countries, including China, to restart our economy. Man, that's crazy, man. Crazy how China would want to restart our economy for us.
Science. Except these are bad actors, sir. You believed America could produce a good vaccine. Of course they could have. They didn't want to. They didn't create a vaccine. They created a Frankenshot.
A Frankenshot.
And now they've got you.
Dude, that sounds like something, dude. You know those people, you know how Bob's Burgers, Bob like edits like the names of the different burgers to be like cartoony and fun? I wonder if there was like a bar version of that show, if it would be like Frankenshot would just be a drink. It doesn't sound like an actual like medical thing. It just sounds like a drink at a bar during like Halloween, like a themed drink.
You signed up to it. And now they've got you signed up to it. Now the left's saying you better get out there and push it, and you are. CNN comes out and says, we need to see Trump come out and tell people to take the shots. And within weeks of them saying it over and over again, CNN snaps their fingers. Jeff Zucker snaps his fingers, and Trump clicks his heels and hops up there at attention and says, how high do you want me to jump, boss? There's Trump in Alabama yesterday.
I believe totally in your freedoms. I do. You got to do what you have to do. But I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But
listen to how casually he says it. He prerequisites the statement. Listen to Trump try to weasel into telling people to take the vaccine. He prerequisites with, hey, look, I love your freedoms, but I recommend you take the vaccine. And it sounds like he's like speeding up to try to get through the statement. Like he doesn't even want to do it. Like he doesn't want to be there.
I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms, but I happen to take the vaccine. If it doesn't work, you'll be the first to know, okay?
Hey, Pixel Smixel. I'm sorry, Murdy, you're all, but I need you to also vote for me. Exactly. Brilliant. But then listen to him.
All up Alabama, I'll say, hey, you know what? But it is working. If it doesn't, that's all right.
They booed.
No, that's okay.
They booed him. He just says, I recommend taking the vaccine, and I got it. He's not saying you must take the vaccine, and he's not even making like a strong statement in support.
Frankenshot $10. Frankenshot sounds like something John Taffer would create for unemployed people he compares to dogs.
True. I love Bar Rescue, even if the guy who hosts it is a complete scumbag. It sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like the type of thing you would see on the board in the back of Sunny in Philadelphia during a Halloween episode. I don't know.
That's all right. You got your freedoms, but I happen to take the vaccine. If it doesn't work, you'll be the first to know, okay? I'll call up Alabama, I'll say, hey, you know what? But it is working.
It's such a milquetoast statement. He doesn't even really come out telling people to get it. He says, I recommend it. He like speeds through the statement. Afterwards, he then reiterates like how I care about freedom. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. He makes a joke at its expense. He's doing everything possible to do this in the most casual way he could imagine. And that's still too much for Alex.
BS. Trump, that's a lie. You're not stupid. Just 2 weeks ago, they said it was 65%, then 40%. Saw a number put up about Pfizer shots, 30-something%.
What is he talking about? I don't even know what Alex is talking about. He's probably getting his vaccines mixed up, or I have no clue. Again, he's just throwing numbers out there. Does he need to source it on screen? No, it just says a number.
Because they just want to tell you it doesn't.
But it was 2% effective. Actually, it's negative effective. It will give you COVID.
It works, you run it with the new damn shot. And then they'll tell you in 6 months that one doesn't work. It's called rope-a-dope. Shame on you, Trump.
It's called rope-a-dope. What do you even mean? And none of this is even information about what he just talked about.
Seriously. Hey, if you don't have the good sense to save yourself and your political career, that's okay. At least you're going to get some good Republicans elected. And, you know, we like you. But my God, maybe you're not that bright. Maybe Trump's actually a dumbass.
There's the turn. There's the complete turn. There it is. But don't be surprised that you actually see this from Alex Jones. I wasn't. I was a little bit surprised that he did it publicly, but this isn't the first time he's talked about Trump in this manner. Here is Alex Jones from a leaked video, which he asked to be deleted the next day after he texted the director, where he talks about Trump and his opinions on him at length years ago, in like 2019.
I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of it. Rolling. Part of me, the selfish part, wishes I'd never met Donald Trump.
I wonder why he texted the director after this was recorded and told him to delete it. It's almost like Alex Jones is specifically courting people's money.
Wishes that I'd never met Roger Stone, because unlike previous things I'd done that were game-changing, those were just time-space continuum reflections.
And what does that mean? This nonsense. Imagine you are living in the era of Donald Trump, and you're asked, and you finally come out after all this time of being on Trump's side, and you say to the world, you know what? I no longer stand with Donald Trump. I wish I never met him. And everybody's like excited. They think you're going to give a great reason. And then you say in response, because of the time, space, continuum reflections. Brilliant.
Of the third big change I was going to be involved in, and that was bringing Donald John Trump into Austin. So I said it again. I said Austin into office. because this is, you guys are actually really good questions. This is going to be a really good thing, but I'm going to say it again in a minute. Let's drink some of this Armani. I'll try to say it. Because it's the truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have fucking met Trump.
That I wish I never would have met Trump. I wish it would have never happened. This is from 2 years ago. So he said this privately, but he seems to be getting more and more critical of the man publicly.
I wish it never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks
Dude, the grift is drying up.
that I've been through. I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of him. And I'm not doing this because it's like I'm kissing his fucking ass. You know, it's just like I'm sick of it. I'll do it in a minute.
Brilliant. What a genius. What a genius. Well,